Good morning, friends. We have another fun, exciting day in Svalbard planned ahead. Today we are doing another excursion with Better Moments. Same guys that we did the enclosed rib boat catch of the day tour the other day. Today we are going to do a kayaking adventure through some water.
By a glacier.
Near a glacier, supposedly, if the weather holds out. They always reserve the right to change plans, and right now it's a little rainy and foggy, so we may or may not do this.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, so stick around. On this episode, we're going kayaking next to glaciers. We join a tour with Better Moments and get suited up for the epic day trip from Longyearbyen. We spend hours kayaking next to icebergs and have an unexpected wildlife experience. In the evening, we warm up with some delicious food at BARENTZ Pub and take a walk to the outskirts of town to find the polar bear sign. It's an incredible day in Svalbard, so stick around. We were picked up at our hotel and taken to get fitted for dry suits. We're kayaking in freezing glacial water, so the dry suits protect us if our kayak tips or we fall in the water. Then we hopped in an enclosed rib boat and settled in for about an hour-long ride. We made it to the glacier. We're all suited up, and then we're gonna take a dinghy to shore to get ready for kayaking.
Welcome ashore, guys. Hop on out.
When we got to the kayaks, we helped get them ready to use and then got a safety lesson before hopping in. Prior to this trip, Jeremy and I had never kayaked together, so obviously we were a little nervous about it. We were one of the first boats out, so as everyone else was getting in the water, we had time to practice making turns and moving around.
Oh man. Do I turn left? Or right, sorry. Left or right?
Left, so we turn.
Okay.
No, that's your right. Paddle with your left.
Right. Left. Right.
We ended up getting comfortable with our sea kayak pretty quickly and even led the group at times. Surprisingly, you don't actually need kayaking experience to participate in this day trip, and we weren't the only ones who had never kayaked before. But there are two things that will really help you on this excursion. First, don't be afraid of the water. Some of the other groups were pretty hesitant about being out on the Arctic water, so if you can't handle it, maybe this tour isn't for you. Second, good communication with your kayaking partner is key. If you don't communicate well, you might end up spinning in circles. If you keep those two things in mind, this tour is still a great option for beginners.
We see a glacier. We're heading over that way.
Energy, guys. Let's have it.
Traffic jam. Okay. We got a nice little stretch of ice up here that's coming up. Go around it maybe. Seems like it goes out far. Just hitting ice, hitting little mini icebergs. No big deal. What? Oh my gosh!
Beluga whale back on the surface. Amazing, guys. To my knowledge, this is the first time beluga whales have popped up on a kayak session.
Oh, there he is. There's two of them. Just to the right of this big iceberg. Chasing beluga whales. Who would have thought?
Swimming around the back of my boat.
Oh, right in front of you.
There.
Oh, wow.
Just stay still. Just take still and love life. You just got checked out by a beluga whale.
Yeah. That beluga whale just swam under us.
That was epic. Around the back of my boat.
Oh, right in front of you.
There.
Oh, wow.
Just stay still. Just there.
Oh, wow. Cool glacier.
More belugas over in that corner. Right in the corner. So more belugas. Whoop, whoop.
Wow, where are they?
They're right in the corner over there. You see the
What?
yeah. So that's further back.
Okay.
That noise we just heard was the glacier moving and breaking. Okay.
We're in a kayak floating in front of a glacier.
And I'm doing all the work.
Hey, I don't know about that. You're doing all the turning, that's for sure.
Jeremy's getting confused about left and right.
Yeah, I keep getting confused with using my right hand to turn left.
We did see some whales though. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we saw some beluga whales popping up. Supposedly this is the first time that's happened on a kayak trip here.
And it swam right under us.
Yeah, it was literally right under our kayak.
That's insane.
We're approaching my favorite thing to do. We're gonna paddle just 50 more meters, and that's gonna be as far as we go. We're gonna have a minute of silence.
Snowing.
It's snowing.
Yeah.
From where?
From above.
Again, to what extent?
Well, we finished up with our kayak tour.
That was very fun.
It was tiring,
Tiring, but fun.
but beautiful. We had incredible weather.
But yeah, we saw some whales, which is really cool and unexpected.
Yeah, very cool. Some cool birds as well. We got to kayak amongst the icebergs, which was very fun, a little intimidating.
Oh yeah.
Don't want them to flip over on top of you.
Yeah, we heard a few loud booms from the glacier. That was also scary.
Yeah, also scary. We weren't sure if something was going to calve off the glacier and make a big wave towards us. A little intimidating.
Yeah.
This is a very fun tour, and now we're going to have lunch. We were welcomed back on the boat with a champagne toast.
Let's go. We got some more soup for lunch. Looks like it made the carrot. Curry? It's very good. Nice and warm after all the cold.
Lunch was delicious, and we enjoyed our last glacier views as we headed back to Longyearbyen. Well, we just finished up with our kayaking tour. That was really cool.
Very fun.
It was about 7 hours from start to finish, which is quite a full day of activity.
Yeah.
There's about an hour, 15-minute boat ride to get to where you kayak, and of course an hour 15 to get back. So you're spending about 2.5 hours in the boat, but that doesn't mean you're spending, what, 4.5 hours
Right.
kayaking?
You gotta get dressed first, and then there's instructions. So you probably do about 2.5 to 3 hours of actual kayaking.
Yeah, probably about that.
So.
But that is plenty, trust us.
Yeah, your arms will start hurting by the end.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really fun activity. I think I had so much fun. I was a little skeptical, honestly.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. I think my highlight was definitely having the beluga whale go under our kayak,
Yeah,
which was
like,
terrifying.
Directly under the middle of our kayak.
I was worried he was going to come up and bump us. I
Yeah.
was not prepared to do a roll.
Yeah.
Exhilarating.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah. And just sitting in silence in the glacier lagoon, hearing the crackles and groans of the icebergs and glaciers was really awesome.
Yeah, really peaceful too.
So peaceful, and so much louder than you'd think a glacier would be.
Yeah.
Well, right now we're feeling a little hungry, so we're gonna go get dinner. We're gonna see, we don't have reservations anywhere, so we're gonna see if we can get in anywhere.
See if this works in early season.
Yeah, I think the thing to do in Svalbard is definitely make reservations when you come here, but we didn't. We're taking a gamble. We're gonna see what we get.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go. We came to Barentz Pub at the Radisson Blu for dinner. We managed to snag a table because someone was 30 minutes late to their reservation. And I got a apple cider. Skull. That's very good.
I got the Spitsbergen Blonde, brewed here in Svalbard, the northernmost brewery. That's good.
Well, our food came and I got the daily special. Today's special is baked pork knuckle with a mustard sauce, browned onions, coleslaw, and boiled potatoes. And boy, does it look good. Very tender. The sauce is very creamy, not overly mustardy. The onions have this perfectly brown, mild flavor that is so good.
I got the fish and chips. Looks good. Put a little lemon on it. That tastes really good. It must be pretty fresh. Nice and crisp on the outside, soft on the inside.
Would you call it pillowy?
Fish is pillowy.
There's no way fish can be pillowy.
This is definitely very good. Well, we just finished dinner at Barentz Pub and we really liked it. Definitely would recommend it.
Yeah, and now we're gonna go take a walk through town, see what we can find. I think we're on the hunt for the polar bear sign. Yes, that's right, polar bear crossing. Why did the common eider ducks cross the road to get to the other side?
Wow, that's original.
Yeah, but I never thought I'd see it in real life. Well, this is pretty cool. Right behind us is a polar bear sign. Like any other road sign, except you can only find it here in Svalbard.
As far as we know.
As far as we know. There are polar bears in other parts of the world, but this is something that's pretty cool in Svalbard. It's just like in Norway how you see moose crossing signs all over the country. Right here in Svalbard, you see polar bear crossings.
They're at the outskirts of town. They're kind of like a marker for a place where you shouldn't go any further unless you have a gun.
Yeah, the polar bear signs are a warning to everyone, don't go past this point unless you have a gun.
For self-protection, of course.
Yeah, self-protection. There is an often quoted fact saying that there are more polar bears on Svalbard than there are people. And I want to set the record straight. There are 2,600 people officially living in Svalbard. That doesn't count tourists that come to visit. There are over 3,000 polar bears, but not on Svalbard. It's in the entire Barents Sea region. On Svalbard itself, there are only about 350 polar bears. So you should consider yourself lucky if you do happen to see a polar bear on Svalbard.
Yeah, if you see a polar bear on tour while you're here, you're only looking for one of 350, not one of 3,000. So it's a little harder than you think.
Yeah, I think we're pretty lucky to find a polar bear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a pretty bucket list stop for us while we're in Svalbard to see this side. And we highly recommend it too. It's an easy flat walk from town and you get to pass a lot of birds on the way.
big areas of birds.
Lots of birds. And now we are headed back into town and gonna warm up, probably call it a night. So we will see you in the next one.
How do we not hit these people? Just pause for a second. There's ice cubes for seals. Look at those birds just taunting us. Floating by a glacier.
You're blocking my head.
Oh no, my storage is out on my phone. Where are you at, Belugas? How far back are people from us?
Pretty far.
I can't even see them in my peripheral.
I know. Skull. I screwed that one up.